Everybody, Gerone Wright here, and once again you're joining me on my Gerone Wright YouTube channel. I want to make a quick video, and this video I'm going to help us discover where we could look for alien vessels to be at. Our world is stuck on almost this fascination of there being aliens and alien vessels flying in and out, and for the past week or two I've been thinking about if I was an alien and I had an alien vessel, and if I did travel the cosmos and throughout space, where would my vessel be at now? And every time I get caught up in having these thoughts about alien objects or answered unexplained things and mysteries surrounding our world and ancient history or anything, the answers come to me. So in this video, I'm going to give you an alien vessel. I'm going to show us where we should look first for an alien vessel. The only logical place in space where we should actually find an alien vessel. Okay. Up here I have some images of alien vessels up here. Let me go with one familiar. Where we at here? Let me scroll down. I'm looking at this backwards, so people bear with me. And we have some really unusual shaped alien vessels. Here's the typical saucer type here. Let me see one. Here's an unusual looking one there. If you can see that with me. Let me see if I can see that one there. These are alien vessels, people. Bear with me. There's an unusual looking one there, if you can see. Look at that. Isn't that unusual? An alien looking vessel there, right? Now check this out. These are concepts, I guess, people ideas of what an alien vessel should look like. There's one. And there's one. Oh, you can't see that. That's too light. Hold on. I'm on another screen. Here's an unusual looking vessel there. Look at that. Yep. I'm going to show you some different shapes of. There's our circle type vessel there. We have orbs and everything. Look at that alien looking vessel right there. Isn't that amazing on how that actually is? All right. There's a face there. Let me see if we can get. I want to get you in there. Here's an unusual looking vessel. There's another vessel there. Yep. All right. You got the idea, right? Of alien vessels. You know what the saucer type, the bell type. There's the circular type there. Well, if I was spending billions and billions of taxpayers' money, or our world's money, and looking for alien vessel ships, you know where I would know where they. Well, I know how space function, and this is the reason why I would actually know to look there. But I'm trying to see if I can get you there's a nice vessel there. You see that alien vessel right there? Let me come in closer. You can see that. You know where I would find that? Where I would take you to find that vessel. If that vessel is an intergalactic traveler, and you figure some many millions and millions years ago, this vessel, a similar vessel, came to our world or was traveling from our world. In my position, I believe that life forms travels from Venus and Mercury. They're in sequential order. These aliens are evolving from one planet to the next, and I believe that Venus and Mercury were the future planets. Earth is current, and Mars is next in order to be developed with alien life forms. And as you see, NASA is right now going to Mars and trying to colonize Mars, after stating that it is a desolated place and it's this deserted place and the life maybe possibly was once there. Well, it's my position that if we all had common sense, we would know that our planets are like eggs being incubated by the radiation of the sun. So therefore, the planets that are in order closest to the sun would become the hottest, and as a result, this is what is happening. They done heated to the point to where they obtained the atmosphere. They lost their atmosphere through an implosion, okay, and blew the hole in their atmospheres. And each one of those planets have a hole in their atmosphere right now. Earth is currently enjoying the atmosphere, and to the point of our planet becoming overcome by the sun's radiation, and a hole will be blown through our atmosphere, and we'll be joined with Mercury and Venus. And as Mars is heating up, what happens is the water in his body, the condensations, all of that begins to create its atmosphere. The releases from the emission process is what creates their atmosphere. So Mars is yet to acquire its atmosphere. So it will be coming. And then the next planets in line, and so forth and so with, as they're incubated. Just look at these as eggs, as a nest, and the sun is being the incubator. And these eggs are being hatched one by one in order, into the point to where these objects are being hatched out of these planets. And that's what my position is with this. Now, I'm going to leave that alone. I have videos on that. Where would we have a spaceship? If it at first, I didn't buy into the theory of this alien thing, but I mean, in fact, we are aliens, and we are traveling from planet to planet. So we have to have forms of travel, means of travel. So if I wanted to find spaceships, where would you look? There would be a graveyard for these spaceships in space. And guess where it would be? You would have to look no further than objects of stone. And why objects of stone? Well, eventually it's my position that objects such as these, that have a device in them, let's just say that a nuclear chemistry for them for propulsion, this becomes an alien property, an alien body in space. Space contains this object after so period of time, and it wraps it in a cocoon. What is the cocoon? The cocoon, people, is the attack of space, which is the materials, the substances of space, come and attack this vessel, and over time contain it. It becomes into a ring of containment, and it becomes solidified in the substances of space, which captures it in matter. So what happens when it becomes cocooned? Well, it's my position that these alien objects can then be found looking similar to this. This is Mars' moon, Deimos. If I had to look for an alien vessel, I would expect for that to be one, entrapped in a cocoon of space matter, and that would be my first target to look for. That of being a moon, an alien vessel, a misshaped moon on a planet. I would look for it to be an alien vessel. If you chip away at that, I would look at a way to chip away at that, or to break it up and see if it would expose an alien vessel. Look at that misshaped moon of Mars, Deimos, and not only just that, I would look into the Milky Way or any asteroid belts for similar objects, misshaped objects, that could have been caught and contained. In other words, what do I have here that I can show you? Misshaped objects that have a shape. Let's just take your family car, for example. If your family car, Toyota, Ford, whatever, if that object has an unusual shape, that rock-shaped object in space, and looking like it could be something like your car in space, then these are the objects that we have to look at. Misshaped rocked objects. Because people, even NASA's objects in space. Imagine let's just say one of NASA's satellites, which are rockets, are fuel cell, one of the containers from the rockets that's been shot off into space that does not get used anymore. One of the pieces of space debris. And over a period of time, what happens is settlements settle on these objects, and over millions and millions of years, if that be the case, what happens is it becomes encased, cocooned, in other words, and that object becomes an object, a rock in space. We don't know what's on the inside, and people later on, life forms from another planet or another existences, they run up on that. To them, it's just a rock in space. But inside of that rock, what calls for that rock to be created is one of NASA's fuel containers off one of his ships that shot into space. It was space, ended up being space debris, and that was it. So it's my position, people, that NASA's moon, which is not a very large moon at all, I think it's only like about 1.25 miles in diameter, could very well be a MotherShip alien vessel which became disabled at some point in time, and over millions and millions of years it becomes cloaked, not intentionally, but by way of nature of space, capturing it in an orbit with the planet, and eventually it becomes encased with space matter that makes it unidentifiable for what it truly is: a space vessel, an alien ship encased with space matter. My name is Gerone Wright. I'm going to put a little bit more in writing. And reality is everything that we do not think about. But when you put your mind to thinking about it, the answers are right before your face. My name is Gerone Wright. I'm going to let this go. And I appreciate your comments. Thank you. I'm going to put more in writing.